Hello everyone, Zero the Saint here, and welcome back for another part 5 of What If Izuku Midoriya Was Trained. So, let's get to it. So, the period on part 4 happened, so review. Izuku Midoriya was Industry by Endeavor himself. He accepted, and so Midoriya and Todoroki went to Endeavor's Industries. They have explained about the what the heroes had to do and what they don't do. And meanwhile, later, Endeavor got called Midoriya for a privacy talk, and then Endeavor explained of his past self and why did he do this done for Todoroki and everything what Todoroki said in the sports festival. And for Midoriya, he knew to forgive him. And in the battle of Hosu against Nomu, same thing happened, but Midoriya and Todoroki saved Ida early. It's same thing as Midoriya jumps by to save Ida from staying as canon. So yeah, so Todoroki keep an eye on Ida, and while Midoriya hand in hand against Stain, he defeated, and same thing as canon as so. And after the final exam, they have like a week to prepare for the a pepper for the final exam. They say they're fighting the robots, but Midori himself, he thinks that they're not fighting the robots, they're fighting heroes. So the reviews, and let's get to it at the beginning. So Midoriya knew that he has to prepare himself in case if he's fighting the pro heroes, because he don't know which heroes he's gonna up against. Sure, he knew Asawa's quirk to erase the people when he look. That will give him a little bit challenge of him, and that. So he started training. The extra exam will be 3 days. So 2 days he needs to prepare of his training, and one day will be his the extra exam will be starting right now. So he was prepared to fight or train. So he did. And soon one day he's been training a lot. And the second as soon he was about to sleep, he has a dream. He thought that he's in the mindscape saying on happened on part 2. But it's not. The sixth user, Fune, approached him. Huh? That's I thought I'd meet the other users. No, it's just me. I came here to tell you that I think you're finally ready for my quirk. So, Fune explained about his own quirk and the downfall of his quirk of smokescreen. So, Midori get a hold of his quirk in the day. He started training up of his smokescreen of his on his 6 users quirk. So yeah, and soon over days of train, he got a letter from his apartment, in which that makes Midoriya and Nico were curious. They look at the envelope and they were surprised to see a ticket to the airline to the island, which Midoriya was surprised. And he looks at that he got the plane ticket from after he won the sports festival on in the top number 1. So that makes sense. So he decided to go after the end of extra exam, and the training camp will be very long, very long day. So yeah. Anyways, let's get back to the extra exam arc. So yeah, he fully prepared of his own extra exam. So all the class would be the same thing. Nezu Pier and Azawa Scarf explained that they're fighting against heroes. Midora, everyone were shocked, but Midora, he knew that it will be that coming. So the same thing has happened. Same thing as their team against the heroes. Everything would be the same, but Todoroki on the other hand is a little bit different. So a little different because he's been trained with Midoriya often. So, it'll be the same happen, but Midoriya a little bit. You know what I said. And yeah, Momo with her failed attempt, but Shota help her with that, and yeah. And then is up against Midoriya and Bakugo against All Might. And soon they're in the arena, the area. They're both silent without even coordinate a plan. Until Bakugo break the silence that he said that he's gonna be All Might and that you will sit there and nothing. Which that makes Midoriya piss. And soon Bakugo's gonna quote a quote that he's gonna defeat All Might, yada yada yada. You already know what happened, that canon. Midoriya had enough. I have enough of you, Bakugo. With that all the beating on the sports festival, you still don't care. What did you say? You heard me what I said. You do realize that I'm stronger than you. Heck, I defeated Nomu. That Nomu was stronger than All Might himself, and I took that beating without even hesitation. You know how strong that Nomu is. It you need you wanna know why I got the scars? Because that Nomu did this to me. You think you're tough? Look at me. Look at my scar. I have the scar on first fight against the Nomu. I nearly died. And without my full strength, I would have not been longer here. And all that, you're still on your own ego. You don't even care about anything. Only you care about yourself. Ever since you have your course since preschool, everybody was cheer for you. And yes, I did. Because with that cheer that you be the greatest here with that quirk that you have, You've changed a lot because of that quirk. You start becoming your ego yourself. And it wouldn't stop. You never change. You've been like your old self again. Baka had enough. That what makes you say that? Because I do change. I become stronger. Then hear me this. What do you just told me right 3 days after we go to extra exam for 10 months? What word that you call me in 3 days for before the slush filling incident? What word was it? Bugger didn't remember. What? Oh, maybe your mind shouldn't be even bother. Well, let me tell you this. Thank you. If you want that quirk back, there actually be one. Just pray for your hope for your next life and take a swan off the roof for you hope you have a better quirk in the next life. Does that ring a bell, Bakugo? Bakugo was stood. He remembered that word that he told him. Every time he seen him get trained, he told him so he wouldn't bother and give up being a hero. But I thought he wouldn't forget that word. What's wrong with the face? You actually remember what you said? When you said that word, you didn't even hesitate to apologize. No. You know, it hurts. It hurts of what so-called hero said to me. You're no hero. What word you just said is like a villain and suicide note. You really are a hero, aren't you? Well, you're wrong. You wanna know something? Ever since you have a quirk and I don't have a quirk, I never give up on my dream. I'm not be like a whiny crybaby I was. But I grow strong. I grow strong and I train ever since I was redeemed quirkless. I trained non-stop for over a decade. And then ever since I got my quirk manifested in 4 months before the extra exam, I learned how to use it. Not just like bragging about my own strongest quirk. And I guess that you've trained since 10 months. And soon Paco realized that he trained himself since at the age of 4. And soon, when the timer stopped, all my approaches then prepare for a fight. You do realize in the sports festival I was holding back. If you dare mock me again, you won't even feel nothing. So he activated his 50% of his one for all full Callan and dash for on All Might. They both clashing each other. Just let I don't want to even think of imagine fighting. Let's just say Midoriya with his float, black with a danger sense. And even Smokescreen himself, that gave surprise of the Class 1A when they see it, including Bakugo. All Might was surprised and grinned. He's so the user permission to use that quirk. Yeah? And you're gonna taste your own medicine, villain. I like your attitude, hero. Now prepare for you get destroyed. So, Clash and Rayon, Midori with his Delaware Smash with his flicking of finger, and that it. But meanwhile, with Bakugo, he stood there, nothing. He's staring, but Midoriya and Bak and All Might clash each other. They're like in perfect match each other. Bakugo realized that all of that bullying, taunt, and suicide note. What was he begin with? And he hear what Midoriya told him that he's been training over 10 years non-stop until Bakugo realized that he had plans every single time. While me, I was quoting my strongest quirk, and all the extras were stepping stone. He had plans over 10 years, while me, I just brag about my quirk. And yes, I do train, but he looks at Midoriya clashing with his serious face. But I feel I am a weaker one, and he's the strongest. Until Bakugo hits a reality. That reality that he will always remember. That Midoriya is better than him. Even though his quirk is liquid nitrogen to activate his sweat on his explosions, while Midoriya has increased speed, agility, and even increase of a strength number that he doesn't even know if he uses how many percent he has. He's far weaker. And yes, he's weaker in the canon. And Midoriya is way stronger than you expected. He's in 50% of he's half percent of his full canon. So yeah, until Bakugo realized that he's better than me. Meanwhile in the battle, Midoriya knows that he cannot fight All Might by himself, but he needs Bakugo for help. If he needs a plan, he needs one right now. So, as soon when All Might was about to clash, Midoriya activated his smoke screen very rapidly, and he knew where the location he was. So he wouldn't get blinded by the smoke. So as soon as he activated, he dashed forward trying to find someone to hide the spot. All Might, with no time, he uses a wind pressure to hit all the smokes. Gone. And soon Midoriya is missing. All Might's tried to search where he is. Midoriya is hiding in an alleyway. Damn it. He's hovering a lot. I can't even outguard All Might. Even so, we both have the same strength. I can't even outguard him. And plus, I need to find a plan. If you need a plan, I think I got one. He turns around and sees Bakugo. What? You heard me. I already know what plan are we doing right now. Meanwhile, in the battlefield, All Might is still searching where's Midoriya until he heard a loud explosion noise. He turned around and see Bakugo dashing. He didn't even hesitate. He covers. He dodged the explosion hits, and Bakugo used his EMP shot to stun All Might, but that didn't work at all. All Might grabbed Bakugo's arm, thinks that he got the his gauntlet, but realized that he doesn't have one. He was confused until Midoriya said, "Right behind you." A shadowy figure rushed through to All Might. Nice try. He was trying to grab it, but suddenly he grabbed a stop sign. What? Up here. He looks up, and then he didn't see Midoriya. He see a Bakugo gauntlet, and with the black and green tendrils. With two of them, one of them holding it, and one of them activate the pin, remove the pin. A huge explosions. And the other that Bakugo got removed by All Might's hand, which that makes All Might off guard. Without waiting, a second later, got an explosion in the face, got blinded. As soon he thought it was over, Major look. What? He looks and sees Midoriya with a gauntlet. Activate again, making increase of explosions. All was trying to cover himself, but that was Midoriya's plan all along. He ducked and cover on All Might's leg. He used the other black way to grab All Might's leg, in which that pulls him like AT-AT did on Star Wars. Almost about to fall. He was trying to catch it with his hand, but as soon he did, a handcuffs was wrapped around his arm. Was surprised until the radio said the hero team wins. All Might sees, and it was the Black Wing itself used to grab a handcuffs to capture him. All Might was grin. I'm very proud. You managed to defeat me, not just defeat me, but capture me. And which that give All Might laughed. So in the end, Midoriya was actually thinks the plan was actually work. Bakugo's plan was to give his two gauntlets to prepare to activate when the time is right. And soon after give All Might an off guard moment, you go duck and cover, whip him around his leg, and yeah. And so the class wanna cheer for Midoriya and Bakugo that they managed to defeat All Might, which Midoriya was kind of happy. He finally managed to defeat his master, but not fully defeat, just capture him. If they have a full-on fight, it would be very, very different. Anyways, so in the next day, Aizawa told everyone that those people who failed always go to the training camp, but with extra work to do. So everyone nodded, and Tomina asked everyone that they should go to the mall that they have reopened, or I'm really not sure about that. So anyways, so yeah. So they all go, same thing as canon of everyone split up somewhere. And as soon as Midoriya is left alone, he has a strange feeling that someone is approaching him. He tried to prepare his guard, and so when someone tried to grab his neck, Denshans had to fade it and immediately dodge his grip. He looks and sees the one man that he never forget, the attack on the USJ, Tomoe Shigaraki. You might be no wonder how it happened. So, ever since the USJ, after Shigaraki asked Korige to get out of here, they managed to get away because they heard a loud thud of the tall thing that was the pro heroes. So they managed to escape. Shigaraki was having a nightmare of seeing that serious Mideku's face. His eyes just gone. His pupils is gone. Only just white on his eyes. He has blood on his forehead. A huge gash of mark on his face. A huge 6-8 tendrils on his back, like a spider hybrid. And he floats. His eyes is not even a blink. Fully prepared to go on a strike. So, and with his voice really deep, leave or you will regret it. Shigaraki is scared and mad. He doesn't know what to choose, anger or fear. All for one knows this and tell me what happened. So like Shigaraki explained about what happened in the USJ, the kid who defeated the anti-symbol of peace. All for one was surprised. Now tell me what his quirk is. Shigaraki explained about his quirk, or which he think of. All for one grin. I see. To be Kokiri, I will permit you to find some villains tag we need. Right, sir. Kokiri asks and teleport away. Shigaraki, to form your plan easily, but keep your time and patience. with Shigaraki agreed. Divine, when they meet, if they meet this boy, he will kill him. So, Awful One grinned. So, black, some green tendrils on his back, and he floats. But who, which was he? So, we realized that. So, Toshinori. So, this is your successor, right, Toshi? And yeah, in the flashback, Shigaraki Midoriya face to face. Ah, Izuku Midoriya, I'm glad to see you here. Now tell me, how is your face? With his grin, Midoriya knew he's talking about his scars. And your other hand that I see last time you were beaten by the Pope. He looks at his arm, seeing a gash mark, a huge claw on his arm, and some of his scars on his face and his little cheek. Huh, good. But how is your own anti-symbol of peace? Last time I checked, I pumped him to the ground. And that gave Shigaraki anger and Midoriya smirk. Don't play with me, boy, or I will kill everybody here in this mall. Midoriya with his serious face. I know. Now we need to place someone to sit so no one will suspect us. So they sit near a fountain that they thinks they're talking like a friend. And Shigaraki explained why about Stain has all like familiar faces, but not him. Same thing as the canon. Until after that, Shigaraki groaned. This is what I hate you. Your face. Ever since you defeat that Nomu, I felt in fear of you. Fear? Midoriya was confused. He probably think that snap that he don't even barely remember. But he tried to face the fact that he's afraid of him. And he still remembers that, and he pretends that he remembers the fight. All I wanted you is to you die. That's why I hired Stain to kill you, but it didn't go wrong. He clutches his arm after Stain cut him or stabbed him. But immediately, he was arrested. Was Long by Endeavor himself? Midoriya stare. He doesn't even know about I defeat Stain. Because Stain knew that I'm a true real hero. But it doesn't matter. Our talk is over. It looks like it's time for you to die here. I would like to see you try. He activated a little black whip on around his fist, preparing if he does touch the ground, it will be over, or try to capture him. As soon after that, Orochi came by and see what happened. Midoriya was shocked. No. If Shigaraki finds out that he will kill everyone that I love, and I can't let that happen. Until Shigaraki act like a cool, like ass cannon. And by the way, Shigaraki, what is Awful One is planning? I'm not sure. He's always in secrets, waiting. But if we meet again, Midoriya, we will fight to the death each other awaits it. I would like to see you try, Shigaraki, if this is the last thing we meet before. And soon Shigaraki left, got disappeared by the crowd. Orochi would care wants to know what happened. Is he injured? No, I'm fine. Are you sure? Yeah, he was fully prepared to destroy this mall, but lucky for you, you managed to came. Yeah, but what about, should we call the cops? No. If I did call the cops, I'm not sure he will go back here and destroy this place. We don't know. He will destroy in this day or night. I cannot let the innocent people die in front of me. So it would be best for us that we will keep it as a secret. If this gets serious, attack. Oroka agrees, so they pretend like nothing happens. And so Midori finds where the weight limit is, so he decides to use it. And he wears it on his arms and his leg. You already know what the weight limit gives you. Once you wear a weight, you get extra stronger. And he will perhaps wear it in the movie. Wink, wink, or foreshadowing, I guess. So, in the end, after they're done of mauling, shopping, list and list, Midori was about to leave until Bakugo told him that we need to meet in the privacy area, in which Midoriya will agree, but kind of very prepper time, just something. If he dares try to fight me, he has to fully prepare himself. And so they meet in a privacy, like private area that no one like will be here. Okay, Bakugo, what is this about? I know you didn't want to jealous me after ever since I captured All Might. What is this about? You trying to gloat me that you be the strongest? No. What? Just that you're always surpasses me, and I wonder why and how. Everything I put you through. I thought you just managed to just give up your dream. But no, every time I insult you, bully you, you use your anger to push yourself higher, which I didn't. Then how'd you become so strong? Because I was supported by my mom. Ever since when I was quirkless, I was redeemed quirkless. After at home, I was desperate in tears. And since my mom came by the room after I rewatched the All Might keep saying that he is here, I pause it and I look at my mom, begging that, can I be a hero without quirk? Oh my mom gave me tears of joy that she told me that yes, I can be a hero. I train myself over a day and weeks, months, and years. And yes, I'm still standing. And every time you keep bullying me, taught me, treat me something like trash, I grow stronger than you can't even imagine. That's why I keep getting stronger, because of supporting my mom and my class as well. And even Araka gave me a D. Deku means do your best. And yes, I am doing the best I can do. Bakugo is shocked, hearing the word that Midoriya is saying. Is this how I train this? Because that's how I am. Because with your little puny Deku that I was before, I've become stronger than you. And he walks away until Bakugo say, I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry for what I did. Because like you told me, I was blind with my ego of my quirk. So Bakugo explained about his story and same then as what he told to All Might and him right before the class when they wants to bring the Midori back. So the same thing as canon. So it was not that fair. And soon Midori heard it. I will forgive you, but with a serious face, I won't forget because all the past you put me through, and not just yet. I nearly died. Look at my scars. Look what that Numa did to me. I never cry in fear or think my scar is ugly on my face. No, this scars that I got, it means past memories that I would never give up. Because scar means keep strength. And that's why you and I are different. So they start leaving. And soon soon in the day he got packed his bag and prepared to go to the island and he will be there early, right before All Might appear in the as canon. So yeah, so Midori calls All Might that say that he's going to the Island, like right now in early. So he will have a little bit curiosity in the island. All Might said that, well, if it's right for you, I was gonna call you to like we're going to the island in 3 days, like in tomorrow. Huh. Well, at least I can beat you there, All Might. Like I beat you in the final exam. With all my really nervous laugh. Yeah, but you didn't defeat me. You captured me. Huh. I don't like to see you try to defeat me. Because I'm fully half of my. I can fully control my half of power. Well, anyways, I'll see you in the Island. So they both hung up, and Midori started packing, and yeah, this is daytime just in case. And soon he like say goodbye to his mother that he would be Island and come back. And so yeah, he went to Island and yep, and started got tickets and going there. So I'm gonna stop you right here. What will happen in the island? How, what will Shigaraki planning to do? What will Barco think about Midoriya's words? Well, find out in part 6 if I'm gonna post in it. Like and subscribe and peace.